Boisa Samach Aleph Amud Aleph. Samach Aleph Amud Aleph. We're 3 lines in. Dorish of Nachman Barav Chizde. What does it say in the Posik? Vayitzer Hashem Elokim Es Ha'olam B'shnei Yudin. No, we didn't learn this already, right? No. What does it mean that Hashem created man? Why with 2 Yudin? In other words, Vayitzer Vayitzer is the same, the correct word, which is with 1 Yud. Why double Yud? The more answers. Shnei Yitzar B'Hakadosh Baruch Hu. There's 2 Yitzers. There's Yetzer Tov and Yetzer Ra. To do good and to do bad. Masim Dam Mizun Miyata Behema. We see the Yetzer. Lesser Yetzer. Or Kizin Mask and Nashka Bata. From Pati. Yetzer Inami. We have 2 partsufin. Baruch Hu made two faces. A part of his face, right? 2 faces. Okay, bottom Marisha. Shenemar Ochor of Kedem Tzartani. He made Adam and Chava together. We'll see. It's going to be a machlokes exactly how that was created in a minute. Pasuk says, "Vayivan Hashem Elokim es hatzela." Hashem built. He's talking about the Chava. He built the Isha for the tzela. So what does that mean? What does it mean? He built for the tzela, from the side. So we'll see. What does it mean? It was a partzuf. There was a second part of Adam, the face. No, he created everything from the zanav. So that's why it was front, back and front. So there were 2 people connected, and there's from the back. So he had to separate them. What do you mean? Which is the zanav, it's like a tail. It's kavami, or ochor the ma'aser bereishis. It's a completely different interpretation of the reference to the pasuk ochor v'tzaddik. Ochor the ma'aser bereishis. Adam was the last thing. It was the last day. On Friday, Adam was created. Yet he's the first kind of the Puranos. So bad. Mishloach ma'aser bereishis delivery on the Shabbos. Now, I understand the meaning of the ochor. But kedem, what does that mean? Kedem, what puranas? The ma'ila was the nachash, the sin of the nachash. For Tanya, we start with the greatest person. When it comes to klala, we start from the smallest. So Vigdula matchim and Godel see we dam Mishal Arai. Those are really but nice and cool. When you think about something positive, you speak about to the first person, but Klala and we are caught there. Klala is kal, Betchila is kal Nachash, so it's kal Chavi, so it's kal Adam. So you wouldn't start the Piranias with Adam. Start for the Nachash. So, Ella Piranis the Mabal. Yeah. Piranis the Mabal. So when we say Piranias is the Mabal, see Vayimach is called Yikuma, Shekol Adama, Miyadu Behema Bereisha. Bereisha Adam, Vachada Behema. So the Mabal, in fact, was started from the Adam to the Behema. That's why Adam is first. That is first. It's klapi the klala of the Piranias of the Nachash. No, Nachash was first, so we can't say he's kedem. But klapi the Mabal, in fact, Adam was the one who did the Aveira, and he is punished first. Adam and Behema. Bereisha Adam and Behema. Okay, so now let's go back and analyze the creation of man and woman. Bishlam on the parts of okay. There was a double creation, so that's why it says 2 yuds. It was double. The mandam is zanav. You say that Chava was ba'etzem created from the tail of Adam, So what does it mean, my Yitza? What's the double expression? So we answer, Oiloi means me Yitzri. There's a connotation over here of woe is to me from my creator, or the me Yitzri, from my Yitzhara. So we need the double use just to create that drasha. The person will suffer from Aveira from both. That's why man and woman were both created. That's two different faces, two different people connected to each other. So it's not really true that the Keva was not Ba'etim created. It was Kadosh Baruch Hu created her after from the son of Adam. And for the Gemara answers, so what does it mean Zachar Nekeva Baram? It's a contradiction. It says they're both. And then it says Kibitzela will keep us as Adam. And then the other pasuk says that no, he created man. Okay, Tzad. התחילה עולם המחשבה לבראייס בייס זכר נקבה ולפסייף לא נברא לאחד בשביל מן הפרץ of הנכסיב היזכר בוצה תחתנה. So instead he had to close that was cut open because they were connected. Why did he have to close? It was just his tail. Yeah, it's also, it was a cut. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu took this tail of Adam and created and built the woman. And the man were parts of my even. So what did he build? So the answer is you're right. He just connected her, but it's just an allusion to something essential in the keva. That he was like he wove her. I mean, I think he decorated her, like color. Maybe this means her hair. She came and we call that building. Yeah. Okay, that's one connotation of the word vayivin. That the difference between a man and a woman is a little bit the way she's built. So the woman is built like an oitzer in order to have children. So we'll see, it kind of widens out on the bottom. So also Isha is made with the point in order to have children. So that the way that she's built affects, in other words, it alludes to that thing. That's why it's called building. Even she's built, that we built her. Just like by a chosen, when he goes to the chuppah, so he's escorted by the shushbanim. So too, we actually learned that from here. We learned from this Gemara that HaKadosh Baruch Hu escorted Adam Rishon. We can't love the dirt there. Even though, because HaKadosh Baruch Hu was escorting Adam, how could that be? He said it's just a person. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to escort him. So he says, yeah, you learn over here a certain derech eretz that a gadol should go with a katan, which is v'shushbinas. When it's appropriate, so then even the gadol should go with him. Va'al yirilo. Don't say, I can't do that because I'm gadol. Ulman dom parts of him in Osaki. Now let's say, again, in the beginning of creation, the man and woman were created is one thing, right? There's two different partsufim. Partsuf is the two faces of the person, but they're one connected behind the other. It's like that, right? Like this. Right? So which way did it go? Was it this way? Was it the man? Was it the woman? How did it go? How did it go? Logic would tell you that the man was walk, and the woman would follow the man. The part of the woman would be connected to the man, would be brought with the man. How do I know that? We learned to the Brisa that it is forbidden for a man to walk behind a woman on the road. We'll see that there's two really aspects. One is a feel ishtoy, even his wife. In other words, it's conceptually inappropriate that the man walks behind the woman. The woman needs to go where the man goes. That's the way Hashem made the world. There's down below. Now there's obviously, we're going to see in a second, there's another aspect of pretzas that for the man to walk behind the woman, you can see the woman, this is inappropriate. So, and the Gemara in fact says, there's down below gesher. Now what if you can't go to the side, it's too narrow, it's like a bridge, so you can't jump the water, right? You saw candle started, so you try to pass, turn yourself to the side and get around her. Now, if it's a place like the nar, like he's walking behind her in the actual nar, where maybe she's going to be dressed inappropriately because it's in the water, so that's even more chomer. Torah about a similar idea. If somebody is trying to, whatever he's doing, conducting some business with the isha, he's passing money to her. Kidei, but really it's a question of what her intentions are. Listakama, to see her. I feel yesh biyod Torah ma'is m'toivim, Moshe Rabbeinu. He might be a lot of Torah ma'is m'toivim, like Moshe Rabbeinu. Li'yanakem yidina shel Gehenna. You will not be clean from the din of Gehenna for this. Shenema yad. How do I know that? It's a pasuk. In other words, Torah is saying that he once he's doing this, he's gonna, he's gonna have some machshava or whatever. He's gonna look. He's looking, and he's gonna have Gehenna from it. He'll have to be. It's gonna affect him. Shenema yad liyad lo yinake. Lo yinake ra. Lo yinake midina shel Gehenna. That's an allusion in the pasuk, yad liyad, passing one thing from the yad to the isha. Manoach. So we learn in the story the father of Shimshon, who's mentioned in the Navi, Amoritz. Right? So interesting. Sometimes we learn out from the Navi, usually what's the correct behavior. Over here, because we know clearly from the other psukim what the correct behavior here, we only have to deduce that this Manoach, although he was obviously a chashuv person, he was the father of Shimshon, but he was Amoritz. Because the pasuk testifies that Manoach followed his wife. He walked behind the woman. And that's the Torah says. You don't do that. So, Amoritz. One second, we know Elkanah was an Amoritz. Elkanah was a great person. The Navi testifies how great he was. He would go and be mashpia on people. So Elkanah, he was the father of Shmuel. Elkanah went behind his wife. He went after his wife. We have Elisha. We find Elisha's story where he went behind her by the Shunamis. Hachanami Achrei Mamish. Hachanami doesn't mean Achrei Mamish. Sorry. Yeah, no, that's the answer. Hachanami Achrei Mamish. Achrei Dvoreha. He Manoach listened to his wife. She had an eitzah, she had an idea here. And he followed her with him. Obviously, right? Obviously, that's what happened with Elisha also. He was an Amoritz. And Elkanah was Amoritz. But there are times, right, when you listen to the advice of the woman, it might be sometimes worth following. Amrav Ashi, Ulamai the Kaman of Nachman Roich Amoritz. Hoya. I feel Berav. Nami look, how he's Amoritz. He's worse than Amoritz. I feel Berav. It's psukim in the Torah. How could it be such an Amoritz? It can't be. How do I know it's in the Torah? The story of Rivka. So what happens there? She gets on the Gemalim, but she goes after Eliezer. The Torah says it. So how can it be? He didn't know that parsha that much. It can't be. He didn't know. Better to walk behind a lion, even though it's quite dangerous, but not behind a woman. But on the other hand, better behind the Isha than an Akul. Because you don't want to walk behind a Goy. I think because it's a Sakanas Nefashos.
Lions also.
Is a lion also? Good question. Maybe it means the idea of following the ways of the Goyim. Interesting words. Possible. Let's see that anyone explains. Also, very bad to walk behind the shul when he was davening and you don't go in. So we had this actually, we had this before in the first parak. That's only if you're not. There's some obvious reason why you can't go in. You're carrying something. Or there's another entrance. So the fact that you didn't walk in doesn't indicate that you don't want to go in. If you're riding, so obviously you can't go into the shul. But obviously, if you're wearing your tefillin already, you're planning and coming in, so it's okay. The Yitzhahara is like a fly. It sits between the two entrances of the heart. Just like flies, they get into the oil, they ruin the oil. So too, once the Yitzhahara gets in the heart, he ruins the heart. Shmuel Amar Kibin Chita. He says, no, it's not a fly, it's like wheat. Shenemar lepesach chatach roivitz. The entrance, the chatas is waiting there. So we darshan the word chatas, it means chita. It's like a wheat, which is the epitome. The wheat represents the concept of the gashmias, of food and eating. So he's like the chita. A person has two kidneys. I have two kidneys. So the answer is achas yoytz l'toiva, v'achas yoytz l'ra. One kidney tells you good, one tells bad. The advice of the person comes from the kidneys. Umistarva the toiva liyamina v'roya l'ra the smoila. One, the toiva is on the right and the ra on the left. So if lechacham yamina v'ksil the smoila. Yitar rabbanim klois yoytzos. The kidneys advise, the lave, mavin, understands. The lashon is mechatech, the tongue is executes, cuts the words out. Peh goimer, and the peh also with the lips completes the words. Veishit machnes umoitzi, the food pipe, the esophagus brings in food. The kone and the windpipe is moitzi kol. The person speaks is through the air that comes out of his trachea. Reya, sho'evis komei mashkin. The lungs vacuum up any type of liquid. I don't know, Rashi says something to the stomach, or someone says that. Kaved kois, a person gets angry through his liver. And the mora and the gallbladder is a rekis patipa umanachasa. It gives a little something which relaxes the anger. Tchoil and the spleen is soichik, causes laughter. Kirkavan is the stomach is toichet. It processes the food. Keva, is like a larger stomach. The intestines, like the intestines. The intestines, yoshena, they bring sleep. The af, the nose, wakes a person up. Neir yoshen, yoshen aneir. If the that which wakes up puts to sleep, or that which wakes up, namik for heilig. He's gonna go. He's not in a good situation. He's in danger. Tana im shteim or im miyad meis, or if both of them is also he's danger. Okay, we'll stop here. Let's stop here. Try to copper. Today is Wednesday, Thursday.